everyone, this is Warhawk Beyond 2040, bringing to you another edition of the Wrestling Discussion Series. And today I wanted to discuss and share my thoughts with all of you about what took place on the June 7th, 2024 edition of SmackDown, involving Paul Heyman and the new Bloodline. Now, Paul Heyman got on the mic and said that until Roman Reigns returns, Solo Sikoa will be the one sitting at the head of the table. Now, I have to ask the question is, does Roman Reigns really approve of this? I would say, in my honest opinion, no. I don't think Roman Reigns has approved this at all. I think Roman Reigns doesn't know about this, and if he does know about it, he would say no, he would not approve this at all. I think Paul Heyman is probably saying that Roman Reigns has declared Solo Sikoa as head of the table to try and keep himself in Solo Sikoa's good books and for his own safety. Because can you imagine what Solo Sikoa would do to Paul Heyman if Heyman turned around and said, well, no, the tribal chief does not approve of this. So ever since Solo Sikoa took over the running of the bloodline with the additions of Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, who are the sons of Haku. This new bloodline, they have been out on a real rampage. They just have been destroying everyone left, right, and centre, much to the shock and dismay of Paul Heyman. So this story is getting very interesting. And, seeing Solo standing there in a full suit and Haku's sons all standing there in suits as well. They just look like the mafia. They just look like the mafia standing there in the ring. Whereas when Roman Reigns was there, they looked more like a family. But now that Solo has taken over, they just look like a mafia from a gangster movie. They just look like guys you really don't want to mess with. And Paul Heyman's just standing there crying his eyes out, saying, "Oh my God, what are you doing? What have you done?" But I think Heyman could be somehow, pulling the strings, and maybe he's just doing this to protect himself until Roman Reigns eventually returns. But I do think that when Reigns does return, we are going to see a bloodline civil war like you have never seen before. Not like the one we saw before with the Usos versus Solo and Reigns. I think you're going to see a real bloodline civil war, which is going to culminate at Survivor Series in a War Games type match. And I think that's going to set the table for The Rock versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 41. I'm just purely speculating. Who knows? But I don't think Roman Reigns approved of this. Not one bit. He wouldn't approve of Solo. Unless we hear it from him, I'm not buying it. So we're just going to have to see how this is all going to play out. But I can definitely smell something isn't right. Roman Reigns wouldn't approve of Solo as the head of the table. I just don't think his own ego would allow it. But we'll just have to wait and see, really, how this is all going to play out. So that's going to be it from me. I'm going to wrap this up now. What's your thoughts on Solo Sikoa declared as the head of the table? Did Roman Reigns really approve of this? Do you think he didn't? Or do you think Paul Heyman is just saying this to protect himself and keep himself in Solo's good books? You know what to do, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave your thoughts and comments down below. And I will see all of you next time for another edition of the Wrestling Discussion Series. So until then, take care, everybody, and stay safe. And once again, as always, much appreciated. Thanks for listening.